This is the morning weather update. This is for Friday, the 1st of December. How about that? Alabama's weather wet as the day begins. We're going to see multiple waves of rain through Sunday morning, beneficial rain for much of the state, and maybe a few strong storms for the southern counties of Alabama. But many questions with so many events happening outdoors. So let's dive in and see if we can answer your questions. This is the upper air look as the day begins. We have a disturbed southwest flow aloft, and little waves are moving in that flow. And the first wave producing a lot of rain across Alabama this morning. That's the radar composite. We're live here at the insane hour of 5:22. And again, no thunder, no lightning, just good old-fashioned rain, which is exactly what we need to start the day. But we stress it will not rain all day today. In fact, tonight looks relatively dry. We'll take a look at modeling here in just a second. Obviously not as cold this morning because of the clouds and rain. We've got mostly 50s across the northern half of the state. Mobile, a balmy 64. Here's the watch warning map. The east is quiet. We have winter storm warnings in effect for many of the states out west and scattered pockets all the way from Arizona and New Mexico to Washington State and Oregon as snow is falling there with a cold trough. Around here, we have a marginal risk of severe storms along the Gulf Coast. Southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, South Alabama, and the western Florida Panhandle through tonight. Keep in mind this outlook runs through 6 a.m. tomorrow. And you can see in Alabama, this is for areas south of Montgomery, the southern counties of the state. And storms that form later today and this evening could produce, in some cases, strong gusty winds. The tornado threat, not zero, but it's awfully low. We don't expect a tornado problem. And pretty much the same concept tomorrow. We have a low-end marginal risk of severe storms, basically for the southern third of the state, south of US 80, but the chance of a few storms tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night with strong gusty winds. And then on day 3, which is Sunday, no severe weather expected as the system moves on by. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days, and for Alabama, all of this will be through Sunday morning. For the southern counties of the state, rain amounts there between 2 and 3 inches. For the northern half of the state, rain amounts mostly between 1 and 2 inches. And we need the rain. If you missed it, this is the new drought monitor that was released yesterday. And you can see we still have an extreme drought over much of North Alabama. The areas there in red. And again, pretty much in the entire state into some type of drought conditions, or at least abnormally dry. So rain, not necessarily a bad thing, but let's go through the timing here. This is the GFS model fans. The 06Z run, valid today at 4. There's your big trough in the west, southwest flow aloft. And obviously, we're starting off the day with a big rain mass this morning, but the bulk of the rain today should come during the morning hours. Let's go to this evening at 6 o'clock, and we have many Christmas parades tonight. We have football playoff games, the high school games tonight. And you can see that really most of the state should be dry. Now, could there be a shower? Yes. But it looks like they'll be very isolated, meaning most places won't have rain this evening. Cloudy, temperatures in the low 60s for the parades and the games tonight. The better chance of meaningful rain down there in the southeastern corner near Dothan. So tomorrow, again, another big rain mass comes in here. The rain should be widespread, maybe heavy at times tomorrow morning. And like today, the best chance of the most widespread rain for a pretty decent chunk of the state will come during the morning and early afternoon hours. Let's look at modeling. This is tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. Now, understand for South Alabama, yes, rain around, maybe some thunderstorms. For the northern half of the state, just a few spotty showers. So if you got a Christmas parade tomorrow night, you might get away with dry conditions over North Alabama, but rain looks likely for the southern counties of the state. And again, fairly mild. Highs tomorrow will be in the mid to upper 60s. Some spots may be touching 70. So this is Sunday. It's all gone. So any lingering showers should end early in the day Sunday. Clouds will likely linger Sunday. The high will be in the 60s. And Monday we're dry, pleasant, mostly sunny. The high close to 60, and the same thing on Tuesday. Wednesday, thickness values down a bit, highs back in the 50s and low 60s. And Thursday, we're still dry. Basically, no rain all week next week. And a week from today, this is Friday, December the 8th, we still have a northwest flow aloft. Disturbance passing north of the state might squeeze out a few showers over Tennessee, but we still look to be dry. So for all of the activities next week, we see no rain with seasonal temperatures at this point. Let's go out 10 days. This is Sunday, the 10th of December. A big ridge over the Gulf of Mexico. And let me just say that models are all over the board out here. The confidence is not high, but in this run, ridging over the Gulf in this deep upper low that's south of Phoenix, and if this is right, we would be mild and dry with rain off to the west. But I caution you, this will probably change. Rain for Birmingham off the European ensemble. We're looking for that green line. The mean is up there close to 3 inches between now and the 16th of December. Check temperatures coming off the NBM National Blend of Models. We've got 65 today, mid to upper 60s over the weekend. We drop back in the 50s Wednesday, Thursday of next week, but you get the idea, pretty seasonal for the next 15 days. No sign of any really bitterly cold air. Coldest morning probably Thursday morning of next week. And the latest 8 to 14-day guidance, this is for December 8th through the 14th. And if this is right, temperatures a little above average over much of the contiguous United States. So if you use a radar app that uses individual radar data, most of the radar apps have low-resolution composite data, but the really good ones like Radar Scope and Radar Omega, you pull up the BMX radar, Birmingham, and you notice it's red. It's not working. Well, this is why there is a major upgrade in progress. These photographs were taken yesterday. You can see that crane taking off the big ball, the radome that covers and protects the parabolic antenna that's in the dome. And for those that don't know, this is right across the interstate, I-65, from the Shelby County Airport. People drive this thing all the time. They have no idea what that is. But what they're doing, the pedestal is being replaced. The radome, or the antenna, sits on the pedestal, and it spins all day, shooting out beams of electromagnetic energy. The beams bounce off the raindrops, and that's how radar works. But that pedestal, it's working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with moving parts, and obviously parts get worn out. And so the pedestal is being replaced, and the good news, everything worked very well yesterday, and the radome is back in place this morning. And it's still going to be down for probably, I don't know, maybe a week or so, but work progresses along. But in the meantime, you'll need to use adjacent radars like Maxwell Air Force Base, High Top, Columbus Air Force Base. We still got radar coverage, and again, it'll be back sooner than later. Pretty good-looking sunset last night by La Battery down at Mobile Bay. I think if you look really carefully in that shot, you'll see Forrest Gump and Lieutenant Dan on the Jenny. It was a great shot there. And how about Auburn? Campus of Auburn University last night. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and December is here. This morning, headed up to Cullman to West Elementary School. That'll be a lot of fun. And then back to Cullman this evening for the Christmas parade and the tree lighting. I'll be live on ABC 3340 at 4, 5, and 6. Then I'll be emceeing the event. And Taylor Hicks, the American Idol, my good friend, will be performing. It'll be a great night. And again, we really think it's going to be dry. Now, could there be a shower? Yes, but the big rains will have a nice break tonight. And we'll be in the low and mid 60s. It'll be pretty comfortable. And then tomorrow we're going up to Pisgah, Alabama, Jackson County, for a Christmas at the Gin, at the Meeks Grain and Gin event venue. This is going to be from 4 until 7 p.m. This is an evening event, and there'll be a really big crowd there. It's right on County Road 58, just a little below Pisgah in Jackson County. So again, if you want to get a personally signed copy of any of our books, our children's books or the other ones, come see us. We have all the hats and the shirts and the Weather Dweeb stuff. They're very good Christmas gift ideas. And if you can't make it, go to spannbook.com, S-P-A-N-N book.com, and you'll see it all there. You can order it online. But again, Christmas at the Gin tomorrow evening in Pisgah, Jackson County. Hey, if you're in Chattanooga, come down and see us. It's not that far away. Fort Payne, Huntsville, it's easy to access there. 4 until 7 o'clock at the Meeks Grain and Gin event venue. And of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.